It is Thursday. It is 9 p.m. It is Raid Reset Day here on DC Universe Online. And it is also time for our cleverly named League event, Thursday Night Nights. With me tonight is our League leader and man who only has a Costco membership for the free food samples.
Yes, I do.
Knife Edge, how are you tonight, sir?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So as we do every Thursday, we will be heading into the event versions of the newest raid, in this case Justice League Dark, so that all members in our league, level 10 and up, may join us for the league run. Joining us tonight for our events, we have Red Lead, KR Lera,
Hey.
new member Manchuto, if I'm saying that correctly, another new member, Ravensblast, all the way from the UK, Mantaman, and StaticObsidianStorm.
What's up?
Before we head in, standard disclaimer, we are by no means DCUO experts. We are not here to offer pro tips, in-depth analysis, OP loadouts, charts, graphs, crunched numbers, how-tos, or advice of any kind. Any suggestions that we may make during this stream should be taken with numerous grains of salt. The purpose of this stream is to entertain, shamefully promote our league, and most importantly, have fun. That said, Knife, go ahead and cue us up, and we will head on in.
Let's
and then we lost Ravensblast. Oh, it was going so well.
Yeah. It was almost perfect.
It was so well.
It was so close. But he'll be back on it.
He'll get on. It'll be all right. Looks like I'll be tanking this evening, so I'll go ahead and swap on over to my tank outfit. Rolled up sleeves, ready to tank. I'll get my little friend out here. Talking about brick. Calm down, everyone.
Little friend.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That's what she said. Here's my friend. He's kind of big. It's a big friend.
Are you compensating for something?
He came with the game. I can't.
And then he blows up.
Oh, that's typical.
Awful big cannons you have there.
and it blew up. Which is very, very typical.
Usually it takes me about 30. Wait.
Yeah.
Womp womp.
Did you put a rating to this show?
I haven't said anything yet.
Oh. So do we have any sponsors there, Mr. Producer, or Mr.
Mr. Host?
Mr. Host. Do we have any sponsors today for this broadcast?
Not so much sponsors.
No.
Not tonight. Last week.
It's very true.
Last week. Yeah. Last week we had our sponsor. Well, not sponsor, but the broadcast was brought to you by and indirectly by Comcast because if I didn't have their internet, I wouldn't be online.
Of course.
And their ridiculously overpriced internet is what keeps us all going.
And they keep me employed.
That's right.
That's right. Keep Static employed.
Static employed keeps him playing.
That's right.
So while we're waiting for Raven, I mean, is there?
Why don't we take a tour of our league hall here?
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's take a tour of our nice little league hall. We got this league hall day one.
Right.
and our league being the Justice Knights, it was named the Night Watch. Got this handsome devil right over here. Look at this guy. I don't even know what
the one in the middle, right? The one in the middle.
This is for prestige earned. Okay.
Yeah, I've been trying to put some stuff in whenever I can. Every time I can, actually.
This is probably also prestige earned.
It's messed up, man. It's messed up.
Wait. Oh, this one's clearly like most damage or right. You know, most damage taken.
Alright.
So for those that don't know, maybe those that are new to DC Universe Online, these are League Hall statues. And you can set parameters for, you know, such as this one. This is most trinkets activated, most consumables used. And you are allowed to, as you can see here in the menu, set the parameters for what you want this set of statues to be. First, second, third place, whatnot. This one, again, clearly is for prestige. We'll move on to the, interior room. The monitor, nope, that's in the back. We have a monitor womb in the back. We have
just a quick update. Ravensblast, he's restarting his comp.
Okay.
So he'll be in shortly.
Fantastic. Clearly, this one here again is probably prestige earned. I'm not even going to bother to look at it because anytime that guy's in the number one spot, most likely it is prestige earned.
Hi there. Sorry about that.
Welcome back, Raven.
For the record, that's Destroyer.
Is it?
As you started that stream, my client crashed. Literally, as you said one, my client crashed.
Wow.
It was you.
Clearly, you do not have Comcast internet then. All right. Well, we're all back.
Yeah, we're all back.
We can go ahead and queue in.
Put the queue right now. Oh, wait, right now. There you go. It's the first one. First of, in order, the first of this series, Justice League Dark.
And I'm assuming that the bug with Shazam at the last boss fight is fixed for this week. I haven't checked the DC forums in a bit, so I don't officially know if they've been fixed, if he's been fixed, but we were able to get the win last week after one wipe. So hopefully, even if it's not fixed, we'll be able to still get the victory on the second raid.
So, what's the update on our viewers there, sir?
I don't know. I think it might just be me. I have the stream up just so I can kind of keep an eye on my iPad here, just to kind of keep an eye on if we get any audience questions or anything like that. You know, I have access to it. But yeah, I think it's just either me or this guy named Knife, maybe.
Yeah, there's also an avocado Bobato of your name, Commander Root.
Oh.
I see, but I don't know if they were just popping by or whatnot.
If we're going to put a stop to this threat, that means more information. Meet me in the main hall when you're ready.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Research you collected to scry that thing in the rift.
we're not the most tech savvy in this stream.
I think I have breaking news. Just came in.
What's that?
Let you know. I just got a message from Vanquisher, one of our founding members, and he sent me this headline that says Robert Pattinson to play the Batman for Matt Reeves and Warner Brothers for the new Batman movie.
No way.
Do you know who Robert Pattinson is?
It's the guy from Twilight, right?
The guy from Twilight.
Funny enough, someone named Justice Knights just posted that in the chat room.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That's going to be an awful movie.
I just need to know if he's gonna glow and sparkle in this movie. Because then this movie's gonna bomb. He sparkles.
What I'm curious is how thick is that bat suit going to be? Because Rob has not a whole lot of muscles. You know, he's kind of a
day and age. It's CGI.
I guess. And muscles. That's in Popeye terms. You know.
Yeah, muscles.
And I'm
they got
aging.
rid of Superman's mustache that way.
Yeah. And I'm aging myself with the Popeye reference there. I'm sure a lot of kids these days have no clue who Popeye is.
Everyone knows who Popeye is, right? You guys know Popeye?
Was it that green guy?
He was. He's the sailor.
Sailor.
Popeye the Sailor Man. He eats spinach.
Yeah, stunk to the finish.
Yeah. he does. Yeah, he does. Well, blow me downs. Come on. Everybody in Olive Oil and Brutus. Olive Oil was always walking around going, "Oh, Popeye!"
Wimpy.
I'll gladly pay you Tuesday.
I forgot about Wimpy. What do they got? You guys got to hit the camera in here, by the way. The cameras. Brutus was kind of like the first to kind of institute like domestic violence, wouldn't you think? He's always taken olive oil.
Yeah.
Kind of sad. Thing didn't exist back then.
Wow.
Yeah, that was deep, right? That was our deep. That was our deep moment on the live stream here. Gives you something to think about.
How many viewers do we got?
I think we're still rocking 2. I don't know. It hasn't updated on my screen here yet.
We should do that thing, you know, when viewers ask questions and we answer them.
That's so cute.
So far, we still just have one question on the old stream chat there. I'm not sure what happened to this person, Justice Knights. Maybe if Justice Knights is still watching, he could throw on his opinion on the chat as to what he thinks about Robert Pattinson being the new Batman. He or she. Maybe Justice Knights could tell their opinion if they're still watching. If not, this is a wasted segment.
What's the stream actually called?
It is called
Wasted segment.
wasted segment. Yeah. If you're on Twitch, if you look up Daddy Dangerous 78, you will find me.
Do you guys know what to do yet? Were you guys paying attention? Oh, okay, red was.
I was mouthing off.
But I don't know what the last one was. Does anybody? Okay.
Does anybody want some popsicles?
Uh, yeah, it won't tell me who's watching now.
I think we messed it up.
As we stated earlier, or as I stated earlier, we are by no means DCUO experts. and clearly we are horrible at the memory game. So, if you are
I
a
was
small,
sure that was the right one.
if you are a small child,
This is not a walkthrough. This is not a walkthrough, by the way.
Clock piano.
Well, it is if you show them all the different pathways you can take.
Painting next to the piano. Car painting.
So, who's doing it?
I think Manta's running around.
He's got it.
You figured it out.
Hey,
You figured it out!
That's
good job, everyone.
You're not entirely dim.
Gotta put those vitamins, those memory vitamins,
Yeah,
in my watch.
Listen-
Bank
listen.
4.
That's. See,
listen
this
to
is
Hulk.
why I eat finger.
You gotta listen to Hulk Hogan. You gotta say your prayers and eat your vitamins. And you know, Hogan knows best.
Get the coffin tops.
Yep.
That should be the end.
Yep,
of our
unfortunately, Ben
nominations.
never replied to me.
Well, that would be his loss, because this is a fantastic time in here.
Real crime Bible. I'll let John know we're on our way.
So once again, breaking news. Robert Patterson, famous for his role as a emo vampire
Heartbeat dog.
in Twilight, has been cast as the new Batman. So
You heard it here first, guys.
you heard it here first. So
Hey, it can't be any worse than bloody Affleck.
so expect record low
Batfleck.
numbers.
You know, it could surprise you.
So expect record box office lows for the new Batman movie.
To avoid those
If you haven't been in here, by the way.
they're looking for magic.
Yeah, you gotta avoid the
Yeah, avoid that belief.
Oh, update from Justice Knights. Robert Patterson is 31 years old. He is 6'1", born in London, England.
Oh, Raven, that's your backyard, no?
Yeah.
Kind of near? Maybe not really near? I don't know where you are in the UK, but hey. Still
Yeah.
don't? No? Not endorsing, are you? not a big Robert Pattinson endorser. Interesting.
So you're saying they made an excellent choice, Raven? Is that what we're getting at?
No comment.
You're saying that Robert Patterson will be an excellent Batman, and he will carry the franchise for the next 20 years.
Right
Well,
next to
it
George.
can't be any worse than Affleck. It can't be any worse than Affleck.
Oh, how did you guys get over there? I think I'm stuck. We got a problem here, guys. Yeah.
I'm working on it. I can't get to the thing, though. Got it. I'm in.
Nice.
Thanks for finding the crime Bible for us. We'll take that.
You know, but this is what everybody said about Michael Keaton back in the day too.
That's true. I didn't mind.
Gave it to him.
Affleck.
How are you guys?
I didn't mind.
You know, it's funny.
He had the
So
chin.
with my kids, we watched. My wife and daughters and I, we watched the first two Michael Keaton Batmans, and I thoroughly enjoyed them. Those were, I watched those growing up, and then my.
Wait, hold up. Before you continue with the story, does anybody need any feet in there? Before we there's a feat in here for only rallying certain certain heroes.
Well,
Anybody know?
I've got no beats, so
Is this your first time in here, Raven?
yes.
Oh, Raven is a Justice League Dark Fellowship. I don't know what this raid's called. Fellowship of the something. He's a Fellowship virgin. Look at that.
Nice.
He just
Well-
lost his virginity.
There's a feat if you rally. There's like people all around, right?
Yes.
Like Swamp Thing and
But someone should go and collect the items that Zatanna wants us to. So once we're able to continue on with what Knife was saying, once the items are collected for Zatanna, she will talk about how, and we can start damaging Dr. Fate, because right now we can't do anything to him. So we'll go get some items for Zatanna, and then once she gets all the 2 or 3 items that we need to get, we'll be able to fight Fate officially. And then at some point during the fight, once we get him down to a certain level of health, she'll say, "Oh, hey, I can bring back somebody that's one of the NPCs. I can bring him back. Who, go toggle the person you want me to bring back." And so there is a feat for only reviving one particular character, and it's like a feat you get over time. So if on this raid you do John Constantine, we only raise John Constantine, and then you'll get credit for that one. Then there's, the next time we're in here, you raise Swamp Thing, you'll get credit for Swamp Thing. And then once you get all of them, it's like collecting Pokemon cards. Once you catch them all, then you'll get the feat.
That's pretty good. Now
Yeah. But anyways, so we watched the Michael Keaton Batmans, and they liked him a lot. They were a little confused because we had, I think, around about the same time, we'd watched Man of Steel. And I don't know everybody's thoughts about that movie. I thought it was good. I thought that was a nice reboot. It had potential to, basically restart the whole DC train.
Yeah.
And then we had watched the Michael Keaton Batmans, and I had reminded the kids, now keep in mind, this is not set in the same kind of, I guess, universe, time frame, whatever, that Man of Steel's in. This is completely separate from those movies. Okay. And then they got all confused because when we saw Batman versus Superman, they're like, that's not the same Batman. That's a different guy. Well, we talked about that. Anyways, so they liked the first 2 ones. I hated the last 2 Batmans in that little saga there back in the late 80s, early 90s things.
Clooney and Kilmer.
Fat nipple.
Yeah, Bat Nipples, yeah, Clooney and Kilmer. I
Was
hated them.
was it the fat card?
yeah, never leave home without it. Right.
Yeah. So, my daughter comes home the other day, because apparently my wife and her went to some, yard sale or something like that, and she's like, "Dad, look, I got this Batman movie, it was only $1. And it was Batman and Robin, the George Clooney one. And I said, "Oh, that's great. Let me see that." And I walked right over to the trash can and threw it right in there. And she said, "What are you doing?" I said, "That's where that movie belongs." I said, I said you could watch it on your own time, but I said that thing is not. I'm not seeing that with my. I don't want that burning my retinas. All right. Well, someone toggled Shazam, so hopefully you guys need Shazam. Don't grab.
Just keep it at Shazam. Yeah,
Yep.
just one person only. Leave the other allies alone. Isn't there a feat if you don't?
Oh, maybe.
After this raid, I'm gonna have to log off, guys.
Alright.
Okay.
Sorry to do you like this.
And that's the Batman Robin was the one with Schwarzenegger in there as Mr. Freeze. And I always kind of laughed because I thought it was funny that Schwarzenegger got like he was the first one listed as, you know, in the list of stars, you know, when the movie was starting. It was Arnold Schwarzenegger and then George Clooney, and I'm thinking, well, wait a minute. I get that Schwarzenegger's the bigger name back then, but Clooney was Batman. He should have been the headliner there, not Schwarzenegger.
Clooney wasn't Batman. Clooney was Clooney dressed up as Batman.
Okay, fair enough. He was playing. He was cast. He was cast as Batman, though.
Okay, yeah.
He was cast as
That was
Batman.
still George Clooney. He was George Clooney the whole movie. He was not Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, but it wasn't a movie about Batman. It was a movie starring Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Right, and that's the problem. That's the thing I found funny was it headlined Arnold Schwarzenegger. It wasn't called Mr. Freeze. It was called Batman. I mean, still a horrible
And you didn't
movie.
find anything. You didn't find out anything about Mr. Freeze. He's a much deeper character than that.
Yep. Yeah.
And, you know that actor who played Robin in that movie?
Chris O'Donnell?
Yeah, he was never in any scenes with Arnie. Like, basically, it was all CGI because Arnold thought that he was a bigger star than Chris O'Donnell and that he wasn't worthy enough to, like, play the same scenes as him, like, together.
Well, hey, there's
You know that commercial, the NBC commercial, more that you know. Is that copyright? Can
Yeah.
I play that little?
I
that little
know, I don't know. That's
Oh,
something that I'm not on the up and up with
Is
the
that illegal?
copyright rules. It might be.
Okay, never mind. But more than you know.
Yeah.
Or G.I. Joe. Knowing
Knowledge is half the battle.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Knowing is half the battle. Knowledge is power.
Man, you're all old.
Thank you.
Ignorance is bliss.
Oh shit, behind us.
Hey, it's me. How's it going? Not great. And with this company,
All right, we gotta find the other purple ball.
Oi, I'm standing right here.
Gonna go over this next group of ads. So anyone watching, feel free to give us your opinions on the early Batman movies, the Michael Keaton and the George Clooney and Val Kilmer versions.
I think I'm the other person watching.
It might be.
Well,
The one
feel
person.
free to ask your opinion.
Yeah. I saw something the other day that was talking about how it would be a lot of people would like if basically Keaton came back to reprise his role and he was like old Batman, like did like a Batman Beyond with Keaton as you know, still Batman, still
that'd
Bruce
be cool.
Wayne, but to do a Batman Beyond with Michael Keaton and someone else as, you know, Batman Beyond.
barrier is down. Let's go.
I told you not to use use your stupid soulless here, Faust. They're terrorizing my home. The master requires the animus of your people to help him recover his home.
Why is everybody so mean to Clarion?
No, he can't.
He's just a little guy.
It's time to hand over the
He's sparkly.
He just wants to have fun. That's all.
Do not seek to intimidate them, but they are much more frightened of me than of you. The crime Bible, the spear of destiny, and the mark of Cain, they all belong to Mordred.
That perfect goatee.
He's got an awesome goatee. If I ever wanted to grow any kind of facial hair,
You brought this on yourself when you invaded Limbo Town.
that would be it right there.
Enough. Bring me the people of Limbo Town so that I may feed on their life force.
Croatoans, hear me.
How many viewers do you have that fan?
I don't remember. I know the first stream we had roughly 10, and pretty good chance more than half of those were in the raid with us. The second stream we did, we got bumped up to like something like 18. And I think that was mostly because we were in Shattered Gotham, and they were wondering if it was bugged still. Which it was, and we all died several times. The last stream, I don't remember how many we had in there. Probably, I think it dropped back down to like 10, something like that. And again, probably 2/3 of the people that were that were watching the stream were actually in the raid itself. So at least we're consistent. But hey, you know, as we learn, as we get a little more tech savvy in regards to this whole streaming thing, you know, maybe the viewership will pick up. People will maybe get entertained by our ridiculousness, or they'll say we're a bunch of crap and enjoy watching us to hate us. As people do. I don't mind constructive criticism. I also don't mind non-constructive criticism, because at least that means someone's watching.
What are you streaming on?
We're on Twitch. At some point we'll have the I'll get the Twitch stream updated. Like after the stream, we'll have it have the replay up on YouTube.
Come, Faust. My true destiny awaits.
Well done, everyone. Congratulations, Raven, on your headline.
Thank you.
Any gear drops you got. That is the benefit, once again, to these event raids. That was one of the big things that, one of the better things that the developers of this game came up with over the last year or so, that they made event versions so that anyone level 10 and up can enjoy the brand new content. You don't have to be in game to get in there. And you'll still benefit from getting unattuned gear. You'll get the new source marks. You'll get the DLC currency. You know, nice little addition to the game that they did with that.
Oh, wow, look at that, Manchuto. Top spot. Very nice. like blew me away.
Yeah. There's a joke there somewhere.
Right.
Uh-huh. Alright, we're going to go into our raid intermission here for a moment. If anybody needs to use the restroom, grab a drink, whatever you need to do so now. I know Lera said he had to take off. I think it was Lera that said he had to take off.
Yeah, well.
And I'm going to have to, I'm afraid.
Alright.
Okay.
I think it was Lera. He didn't say hey after that, so I wasn't sure if it was him.
Hey.
Yeah, it is. There we go. Well, thank you for joining us, Lera and Raven.
Yep.
Well, we do this every Thursday at 9 o'clock Eastern. I don't know what time that is in Raven's part of the world. What time is it there?
2 a.m.
Oh wow.
It's just about to go 3.
Okay. Well, get to bed, sir. We'll catch you next week. We'll see you online throughout the rest of the week.
Oh, you will.
Well, we
Thanks
have
you guys. I've got another bit of gear.
Fantastic. While we're doing intermission.
Oh, he broke out the music. There's music. It is a little bit loud. You might wanna tone it down a little bit. Slightly. There you go. Perfect. So, Mr. Host, what segment are we going into now?
This is just the intermission.
Oh, the intermission.
Yeah, that's all this is. You know, if anybody's got to use the restroom, we might have viewers watching right now that like don't want to, miss out on all the action. Of course, if they're watching like on a phone or an iPad, they might just do what I do and take it into the bathroom with them. And like probably most people do, just take the phone into the bathroom with them. But maybe they want to grab a drink. Maybe someone in our raid group wants to grab a drink.
I'll grab a drink.
Yeah, see, there you go. On the rocks.
On the rocks.
Alright, well, I am out of here.
Alright, Lera.
Nice to meet you guys.
See you later.
Yeah, see you later. Love you guys.
One last one? One last? You gonna say... See you later.
Hey.
There you go.
Alright, I'm out.
Later.
By the way, for anyone watching, I'm sure this music may be copyrighted. I do apologize in advance if it's someone's music. We are making no money off this stream. This is a very low budget stream. This is purely for comedic purposes. Once we figure out how to play actual music that's not copyrighted through Twitch, we will do so. But for temporary purposes, we're just throwing a little filler in here.
Alright, so I'm gonna go queue in, and if you are ready, just hit the ready button.
Once we queue in, we'll ease up on the music. What did Mantis say? Or play the game for that matter.
I was being snarky.
Oh. Hey, Raven's still watching the stream. He says he'll keep the stream running on his phone just so we can get our stats up. That is so nice of that guy. I don't know whoever said that the Brits were a bunch of jerks, but he is clearly not. And they, I don't know who said that. Might have been Knife, but I think they're
Thomas Jefferson.
maybe might have been Thomas Jefferson, but he is clearly a stand-up guy. I'm sure he's not actually watching the stream. He just like probably has his phone up, but still getting us a little more viewership. That's always helpful. As far as the music loudness, I do apologize for that too. I had it like right up to the mic when I first started because I wasn't sure how well it'd pick up. And I was talking with Knife earlier in the week, and it was something with Twitch where it may be blocking out the music. Like they have some kind of parameters in place that may cut the music so that people watching can't hear it. But maybe not. Don't know. We'll find out when we get the replay up on YouTube or watch it later on Twitch. It is some smooth music though.
It is pretty smooth.
Oh, we are all queued up. Yes, this is a wasted segment, and it is, as Manta put, brought to you by my paycheck. Doomgurt and generous donors like you. All $0 of it, because this is 100% a low-budget live stream. If I can find it for free, it'll be on the stream. Nope, there we go. Alright, intermission over.
There we go.
As long as it queues in. If it says that someone declined, we'll have a second intermission. I mean, we have to. Oh, we're gonna go back.
Does anybody have the negative Speed Force material?
You're
'Cause I'm standing
adorable.
right next to somebody that has one, and it's amazing.
Let me put it to you this way. It is a collection. I want to say it's 12 different pieces for the collection, or 12 different collections, whatever you want to call it. I've been hunting for the last one for a while, and the last one I saw on the broker was going for like 400 million.
Wow.
Yeah, a little bit out of my price range.
Wow.
So someone's making some serious money if they get one of those. I believe they come out of the Team Up time capsules.
Yeah, I need to get some of those.
Yeah.
Or a lot of those.
Alright, we're in Scattered Gotham. By the way, you did ask earlier, Knife, and I didn't have an answer then, but I do now. Tonight's stream was brought to you by my mother.
No.
Although it's a bit belated considering Mother's Day was this past weekend. If she didn't give birth to me all those years ago, this low budget stream this low budget stream would not be possible. Absolutely.
It would be a totally different stream if there wasn't.
The stream wouldn't be possible. So,
No.
Thanks, Mom.
Very
Love you.
true.
Love you, Mom.
Very true.
I doubt she's
So
watching
I guess we
tonight.
know who's watching.
No. No, she kind of lives out in an area that they don't really have things like basic necessities.
Electricity.
Yeah, well, they got that.
Internet? That's a basic necessity.
She may have internet, but it might still be
there you go.
like it might still
That's a
be
basic-
like it might be like the next step up from dial-up.
Well, I mean, your basic necessities is food, water, and internet.
about-
Three basic necessities.
So internet replaced shelter.
Yeah, you don't need shelter as long as you got a phone, you got internet, some kind of connectivity.
John, you've left the rest of us powerless.
When Hurricane Sandy hit, it was it was tough.
Yeah, I imagine. If
Without
you didn't have internet, right?
Yeah.
Oh, ladies, it's a pug. It's okay. Also joining us tonight, we have, I don't know how to pronounce that name. Iolia Leonhardt? Leonhardt. Okay. Random person. That's fine. And
French.
Maybe. We also have the newest addition to the stream, Smoky Buds, who is also a healer. So we will be all healed up between Static and Smoky Buds.
Oh, we have to take our bets.
Yes. Oh, I saw someone just dropped. So, as tradition of the members we have in this current group in Shattered Gotham, we're going to place bets on who is going to fall first. I'm going to go with the old standard. Static will be the one that falls.
If only Virgo were here.
Yeah,
I'm gonna fall last.
Though it's been a while since Manta's been on, so it could be Manta.
He could be.
And he's been sick, so he doesn't have his strength up. His jumping strength. Yeah, I was thinking, as far as the music goes, the worst I would get is like a cease and desist, right?
Well, no, I think they'll just mute it and then.
Yeah, that's possible.
Be blank. But I was thinking about your music issue, and what I do have in the garage is a Casio.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a Casio in the garage. So yeah, keyboard, and I believe, I never played it. It's just one of those.
Do you know how to play?
But it has some auto. You know, you just kind of hit it, and you have like things like jazz.
Oh yeah.
Like automatic jazz beats.
So you're saying you took Casio lessons?
No, I did not take Casio lessons. It was just one of those hopefuls. I was really young then. I was.
Or was it bought for the children?
It was. I bought it before the children occurred.
Okay.
It was just one of those. You know.
You were amped up. You were gonna play piano.
I was not piano. It was just.
You're gonna keyboard.
My cousins at the time were like, "Let's make music."
Yeah. You were gonna be in a band.
We were gonna try to make some kind of music.
And you never succeeded?
And it was just an idea that I took too far.
So you were the only one that bought an instrument?
I was the only one who bought something, so that my cousins and I could do it. But then, it never happened.
Wow, man. That's
yeah, it's a story, a little background story. But the point is, I have a Casio, so if you want an original music, and
it's free.
I could play the chopsticks. I'm pretty good at the chopsticks.
With a jazz beat?
With a jazz beat in the background.
We have another potential segment. It could be a JK talent show.
Oh man. Oh jeez.
Yeah.
It's an Emmy award-winning segment.
Seriously, like we could everybody, you know, we pick one person, we give them like kind of a week's notice to come up with a audio talent. It has to be audio because I mean we can't actually see you doing it.
It's very true.
So you know, have it make a joke or you know do some stand-up, maybe some improv. And you could do like what was the old Office skit where like Michael would his improv was basically a full episode of like NCIS or something like that, or Law and Order. I mean, you could do that.
Could.
Even the music, you could get on and go dun dun. Or you can reenact a scene from The Office all by yourself.
That would be interesting.
Yeah. And you'd have to make your DC character make the Jim face. Just a little side look.
Such a disappointment.
There's that sweet stash again. Look at that. Look at that. We have a comment from another viewer.
Oh yeah, what's the comment?
Person named Knife728 says hi. Hi there, Knife. Welcome to the stream.
Oh, I'm the first.
Wait, oh, Red.
It's Red. Oh, I just got hit. Oh, I'm the second one.
Yeah, me too.
How many had red? Did anybody have red?
Huh?
Did anybody have red?
No, he was the second choice. We all thought it might have been Static. Although...
Red picked himself, didn't he? Oh, I lost. I'm down. I missed the jump. And as I look over to
what it is I hit Manta, and we both knocked each other out. On the jump.
Can we bet on ourselves?
Well, Red bet on himself. He said it was him, I thought.
Yeah, I'm just gonna watch you jump. I'll jump.
You go, yeah.
I made it.
I'll get it on the way back.
I made it.
I'll let you go, Mantix. My pet will probably get in the way.
Cool.
Who's up there? I see some battling going on.
Boy, that
But
takes
now I have to wait for you because I have no idea where I'm going, so.
Smoky Buds.
I wonder what he does in his recreational time.
Yeah, I wonder. Well, let's predict. What do you think Smoky Buds does in his recreational time?
I bet he has some friends. Some buds, you might call them?
I kind of inadvertently started it.
Yeah, I just got here. I bet he has some friends that I bet they all go mountain climbing, specifically to like the Smoky Mountains.
Yeah, in Colorado.
In Colorado, he probably lives in Colorado.
He probably lives in Colorado.
And he has some friends.
Yeah, some friends. Yeah.
Dude, friends, dude.
See, someone just demonstrated a talent right there. the little noise. Yeah, see?
Yeah, I don't think I can do that.
Can you roll your R's?
No, I cannot. Coincidentally, I was just talking about that at work today. How I
Yeah?
cannot roll my R's. That's...
I cannot, but I'm also not expected to. Well, not expected, but typically, and I might be like profiling or whatever you want to call it, but typically those that live in the southernmost country here, adjacent to the United States, you know, a lot of people down south have that ability to roll their R's, or that are maybe from that area.
I guess.
I mean, like
What the
Savvy.
hell are you trying to say, man?
Typically Hispanic people have an easier time because they're around it much more often.
Yeah, it's part of their oh, maybe not.
Language. We call it language.
The language. Yeah, the language. I can't.
But can you speak Spanish?
No, I cannot.
Really?
It's a language thing. Like,
Actually, it's funny enough. I actually work with a guy who is Hispanic, and he only knows like the basics for Spanish. You know, the hola and adios. You know, just the basic stuff you pick up watching Dora.
right. Exactly. Right.
But he's also unable to roll his R's.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a language. Do you think Felix Faust can roll his R's?
I think Felix Faust can roll anything. You know who I bet? You know who I bet has no problem rolling things?
Smoky Buzz.
Smoky Buzz.
I think you're right.
I was waiting for that.
I think he does pretty good job at rolling various things. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't want to be profiling or stereotyping Smoky Buzz.
His name is Smoky Buzz. You can't.
Yeah. You didn't make it up.
What else can you say? It's obvious. It's not profiling if you say Smoky Buzz possibly
If you pick the
knows how
name
to
on
roll
purpose.
stuff.
Yeah, I think he kind of self-profiled there.
Yeah. There's no other way.
I mean, I don't want to, make it a stereotypical thing that just because his name's Smoky Buzz, like I said, he might like to go, hiking to the Smoky Mountains with his friends.
It could be. Yeah,
it's very possible.
It is possible. You were very right. And,
barbecues with beer.
He might.
Yeah, that's very true.
Or he could be a stoner, maybe. Yeah.
I mean, he might be a fan of, what do they call it, the Mary Jane?
Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
Jane, yes,
I wouldn't know. I don't partake in any of that, and that is 100% the truth. And considering where I work, I usually get an eye roll like, "Oh, okay, sure you don't." No, I don't, and that's fine. I don't judge. But Yeah, the Mary Jane. We'll just go with that. I'm kind of like the people that say I'm going to go to the Walmarts or the Targets and get something. You got to add that S on the end of it. And
The Targets.
Yeah, the Targets or the Walmarts. There's no S. But I got to add that S on there. So people who like the Mary Jane. It's the stuff I pick up from work. And for those that don't know, that haven't watched the stream before, I do factory work. I work in the automotive industry. So I work with a lot of unusual characters. One of which, a Hispanic that does not know how to roll his R's or speak Spanish. And he's very, very bummed out about that. He has said to me he does not want to date a woman that speaks Spanish because he would feel bad about himself. Like, he doesn't want to have that over his head that in his mind he should be able to speak Spanish because he's Hispanic. And if he dates a woman that can speak Spanish, then I don't know. He's something.
Has he considered, I don't know, learning Spanish?
He doesn't want to because he's not happy with his Hispanic heritage. He hates that he is Hispanic. I don't know. Again,
well, that's something he's going to have to get over.
Yeah, there's some psychological issues.
Though, with the way things are in the world right now, people are transgender, or they might identify as something else. Maybe he doesn't want to identify as Hispanic.
Yeah, I don't think that's how that works, man.
I'm just trying to see the logic in his mind. Maybe he's been to Ireland a couple times, and he wishes he were Irish. So maybe he will someday just identify as Irish. I realize that's not.
I don't think that's how that works either.
I realize that's not how it works. But maybe in his mind, that's how it does. Next time I see him, I'll have to bring that up and say, "Hey, man, have you ever thought about identifying as Irish?" see how that goes. He'll probably
maybe he can learn Gaelic.
I know he has said before that he plays Red Dead Redemption 2, and he said he's had fun going on there and doing an Irish accent and fooling people into thinking that he's Irish. So, I mean, you never know. I'll mention that to him when I see him next. I'll update that on a future stream. That'll be a new wasted segment.
Yeah. Keep us posted, man.
Yeah.
I have this feeling that wasted segment is going to become some kind of metaphor for life.
The wasted segment might be a weekly segment.
Like maybe it's a Gene segment. I don't know.
Yeah. All of these late night shows have their own little shtick that they do. Ours could just be a, wasted segment. For example, that last awkward silence just there was brought to you by the previous wasted segment.
I was thinking about Seinfeld.
Yeah, show about nothing.
Yeah?
Yep.
Are we allowed to say that though? Is that copyrighted?
No.
Has he made enough money that he can copyright his own name? So that we can't say it in a stream or anything like that?
I'll bet you he plays this game and he plays Superman all the time.
Probably. That is... I bet you're right. That is... I never even thought about that.
Yeah, right?
So, Jerry, if you're watching, we'd love to have you on someday.
Are you looking for a league, baby?
Yeah. That might be something because I'm sure he has a Twitter page or a Facebook page. I should send a comment to him. I don't know how that works, but send him a little comment saying, "Hey, we don't have a guy dressed as Superman in our league, and you're welcome to join us."
Or, by the way, a sponsor of any kind. If
yeah. Throw us a little bone. Buy me a new PC that can handle streaming, and sponsor the. Not so much handle the streaming, but what was it? It was Moose or Lera was saying the other day that we need some kind of computer setup to be official with the whole stream. Be like one of the big streamers. To have some kind of rig setup or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I got a PlayStation 4. I hit the broadcast button. That's my setup.
I got him.
So would we want to go through the name change though? Because it would no longer be a low budget. It would be if Jerry was sponsoring us, I guess depending on how into this game he'd be, he might be like, here's a couple million, get yourself a good stream going. I mean, that's just like pocket change to him. I could retire and just stream all day.
What's up with the streaming?
What's the deal with this streaming? There's no water, so why do they call it a stream?
That's pretty good, Jerry.
By the way, did you guys know that there are 3 kinds of people in this world? People that are good at math, and people that aren't.
And the third? You said 3?
There we go. Someone got it.
There it is.
Thank you. I'm here till Tuesday. Make sure to tip your waitress. Good news. Update. Shazam is not bugged. He appears to be working properly.
Yeah, I've toggled Shazam probably 10 times already.
I just realized something else. My kids have watched the Twilight movies, and if I know there's a team someone and a team someone, I don't remember who's who. But if
We talked about this before.
we did, but I have one daughter that's a huge Batman fan, and my gosh, her head will explode if she's team Robert Patterson. Because hearing, if I tell her, yeah, he's gonna be the next Batman, she'll just blow up. If she's on his team, I don't know. I don't know which one's which.
If not for you, that creature would have devoured the world.
Well, that was fun, guys.
It was.
We had a new segment, a new breaking news segment brought to us by Knife Edge's own brother. That was fun. Heard it here first.
Breaking news. Should have a little sound.
We need a ticker. We need a ticker going across the bottom.
We do. Work in progress.
Yeah, we're getting there.
We didn't have music before, and then we have music this time. So.
We had copyrighted music, which I assume it's copyrighted because it was on YouTube, but it might not have been. Who knows?
Next week might be a little different.
I mean, I'll find out. I'm sure I'll find out soon if I get a get a message saying, "Hey, you're not allowed to play that."
Yeah, but think of the viewership from all the people who are trying to make sure you're not playing their music.
That's true. We should rename the stream something to the effect of, "We're going to play your music and we don't care," or something like that, just to bring in more viewers.
Sure. And then you just take it down whenever you're asked to, and you put up something else. And just keep, cycling through all the legal teams out there.
Yeah, just keep doing it until you get the final notice when it says,
right,
this is your final warning.
Once they get the cease and desist, I'll be like, all right, we'll take it down. Well, that is our show, everyone. If you want to learn more about the Justice Knights, you can go to your local Starbucks, wait for someone to go to the bathroom and leave their laptop sitting on the table. Hop on the laptop there and go to justiceknights.us. Also, if you like what you saw here tonight, want to see more, don't forget to like or share or follow or hit the little bell. That's the new one I learned today. There's a little bell you got to hit on, like on YouTube, to subscribe to the channel. And as always, if you hated what you saw tonight and want to show us how much you hated the stream, feel free to like or share or follow. Share with somebody. Hey, look at these jerks. Again, hit the little bell. If you feel like making comments about how idiotic we are, that's perfectly welcome. And yeah, that being said, thanks for watching, and have a good night.
Good night. Good night, everybody.